Welcome back to 13C. Today we're taking a look at something absolutely brand spanking new. This is the Banshee from CMMG. Now this is an SBR, comes in a number of different calibers. This particular one is in 22. And it also features another item that's brand new from CMMG, the Defcan 22. Defcan as well is going to be available in other calibers. Again, this one's in 22. What we have here is a really cool, really fun package. I actually came out earlier today. It's late in the evening, but I want to get part of this done here. I came out earlier today, wound up doing a little bit of shooting. My daughters came out. We were shooting for like the past 5 hours straight with this and moving this can over some other things. We had an absolute blast. So we're gonna have to come back out tomorrow and actually get a lot more film shooting done and stuff like that on film, because I just absolutely had a total blast today. So this is going to wind up being a two-part video. The can, we'll talk about it a little bit in this video, but it is going to have a standalone video because we're going to move it over and shoot it on some other handguns and rifles as well, including bolt-action rifles. This particular video is going to be specifically more geared toward the Banshee itself. As I mentioned, it's an SBR. You see it's got their premium Cerakote on here. And one of the coolest things to talk about right off the bat is the stock. This is their rip stock. And basically, it's tension. So if you want to extend it, you don't have to push anything. You can just grab it and pull it, and it'll click out to whatever spot you want. To release it, push the button, and it goes. It's got 5-6 positions on here, and there's a screw underneath here that you can take out. You can take this off, move that screw wherever you want it, put this back on. And that way, when you go to rip it out, it'll stop at whatever predetermined length you want. Now, I've got pretty long arms, so for me, the fully extended position is where it's going to be on this. There's also going to be a version of this that's available as a pistol, which would, in the pistol version, will not have a forward grip on it, or obviously a stock. Instead, it would have a brace. And in the case, what CMMG is going to be putting on here, a Tailhook 2, I should say. Apologize, Tailhook 2. All right, so let's talk about the specifics of what this is going to come with from the factory. It's got a 4.5-inch barrel in here, and right now, as I mentioned, the Defcan 22 is on here, and the SBR itself, these are two separate items, two separate tax stamps, and you purchase these individually. This is that can, 5 inches long, inch in diameter, 2.7 ounces, and seems to do a really good job at sound reduction. We'll cover that in another video though. I don't want to get too far off into the weeds here. As you can tell, the barrel ends here, and it is going to ship with a CAC slim flash can on the end of here, 1/2x28 threaded to match the 1/2x28 threaded barrel, so that you bring your extension out just past the end of this rail. Obviously, being set this far back, it is meant to be suppressed. So that's why they kind of set it farther back, so you can hide a little bit of that can inside the rail here and cut down on your overall length. Speaking of the overall length, with this on here, the overall length with the CAC anyway, on here is going to be 20 inches, and the overall length right to the end of this is actually 19, and then you chop out off about 1.5 inches for the barrel, so 17.5 inches if you wind up replacing this forward handguard on here with something else. The back of the stock, this is one of the prototype models, so we are actually here in mid-March right now. Wearing a little bit of green under here. This is actually St. Patrick's Day as I'm filming this. So this is one of their prototypes. This is not one of the production models, and there's a little bit of wiggle room here in the stock. From what I understand, they're going to be cleaning that up and on the production models, which are being produced right now. This product should be launching Friday, April 13th. So hopefully this video will be going live then as well. So, you know, there's a few things. Most of this should all be identical to what's being produced out there, the production models that come out. It's going to ship with one magazine. You can see the bolts back right now. It's actually being held by the follower of the magazine. There is no last round bolt hold on this one. Take it out, the bolt closes. And this is going to ship with one 25-round magazine from CMMG. It's also going to come with the MOE grip, this vertical foregrip as well. As I mentioned, the pistol version will not come with a forward grip. It's also got a number of ambidextrous controls, from the safety, the ambidextrous charging handle, as well as the ambidextrous dual-sided sling plate on the back here as well. This is actually a brand new item from CMMG as well. This is their ambidextrous extended charging handle right here, and they are also making these for both the Mutant and the Anvil. I did a review on both of them, but specifically when it came to the Mutant, a lot of people asked me, since that's a proprietary charging handle for that system, the way it's built, you know, how did I get an extended latch on mine? I actually just popped the pin out, put an extended latch in. That was my only option at the time. Now, good news is, with this extended charging handle, I pick one of these up specifically for that Mutant. I'll be able to swap that out. The lower on here is billet 7075 T6 aluminum, and the upper is forged 7075 T6 aluminum. And the standard one as it ships comes with CMMG's mil-spec trigger. I mentioned the 20-inch overall length. It also comes in empty at 4.6 pounds. We've had an absolute blast with this guy. Sun's going down, it's getting cold, and there's corned beef and cabbage inside waiting for me. So I'm gonna go get to that. We'll see you guys in the morning. And thanks for sticking with us. It's a brand new day here. Let's get back to work on the CMMG Banshee with the Defcan 22. Very nice. So we're running through a bunch of different ammunition here today from Federal Premium for the most part, as well as CCI. I want to thank them for sending some of this stuff out for testing. That was actually some of the bulk pack stuff that I picked up, you know, down at the local store here in those 500 round packs. That was supersonic ammo, hence why I just dumped it all into a steel plate down there, shootsteel.com. Anyway, we'll have some links down below to all this stuff. Let's talk about some other subsonic ammunition that we're going to be going through. As we go through these mags, I'll start naming them off as we go through them so you can hear them for yourself. Up next from Federal is the American Eagle suppressor line. This is 45 grain 22 long rifle subsonic. We've had a lot of good luck with this, and this is one of kind of our staples 22 caliber rounds that we use for testing here. I'm going to put most of these rounds into the berm and maybe one or two on steel, but obviously we want to focus in on the sound of the gun more so than the sound of it pinging off steel. My bad. There we go. Up next, we're going to have from CCI. This is their suppressor brand of 22 long rifle, 45 grain subsonic hollow points, and that's these guys right here. And a couple into the steel. Back into the dirt. All right, so part of what we're doing here, you're listening to the can. You're also we're also looking at the functioning of this with both supersonic and subsonic ammunition. There'll be a lot more testing on this can in the follow-up video. We'll run it on a bolt-action rifle so you can really tune into it, as well as on a 22 caliber handgun, both so that you can hear the sound reduction on that too. Hopefully, and we're going to run a ton more footage in here from today, from yesterday with my daughters out here shooting. They had an absolute blast with this. We'll run a lot of that footage in here, so you'll see a lot of the round count go up through that.
Good.
Whenever you're done, we got plenty of ammo. Nice.
We're empty. Fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do I need to add one of those to the collection?
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm really impressed. I'm really digging this setup right here. I really like it. Caveat on this guy, like with most semi-auto 22s, you're gonna have a break-in period. It was a little finicky and ammo picky with the bulk pack stuff for about the first 100, maybe 150 rounds through this. It was a little picky with some of the bulk pack stuff. But other than that, after that, it's been running fine with all this stuff. Didn't have any problem with the higher end ammunition right out of the gate. That suppressor brand ammo from American Eagle, I mixed a couple magazines in that in the beginning, some rounds of that. Didn't have any problems with that. Like I said, that bulk pack stuff, there's a little inconsistency there, and as this guy breaks in, you know, it's done fine after that first 150-ish rounds probably. Hopefully that answers a lot of your questions on this. Stick around for that second video. It will be launched right about the same time as this one. So if it's not up now, it will be very soon. Please take a moment to subscribe. We really appreciate it. It helps a long way to grow the channel. Special thanks, Federal Premium Ammunition, for our subsonic ammo that we used here today. Shootsteel.com. Thank you to Silencer Shop. This is going to be exclusively available right now at Silencer Shop. So definitely head over there, check it out. We'll have links down below. And guys, this is a very delicate time in our political environment right now. Get active, talk to your representatives, both at your state level and federal level and local level if your local governments can affect changes policy-wise, and there isn't a state preemption rule on that. We are under assault from all areas, and when this video is going to go live in about 3 weeks, and I have no idea where we're going to be then versus where we are now, but there are bills pending all over the country right now. And you have to get active, you have to make those phone calls. There are some rallies being planned about the time this video is gonna drop. So if you can attend one of those rallies in your local area, definitely do that. And remember guys, there's only liberty when government fears the people. Anyway, 1776 United, really cool hoodie. Go check it out. Thanks everybody, stay safe, we'll talk soon.